皆さんこんにちは、さきなです。Hello everyone! Welcome to SS Japanese. I'm your Japanese teacher, Sakina. In this video, I will talk about the effective process to learn Japanese from zero. If you want to start learning Japanese, but if you are not sure what to do first and what process is effective and faster to master the language, then please keep watching the video.Alright, then let's get started. それでは始めましょう。明確な目標を決める。Set clear goals. Define why you want to learn Japanese because this step will help you stay motivated and track your progress. Having an objective such as conversational fluency or proficiency for work.will guide your learning path since each learning purpose has a different learning method. For instance, if you are learning Japanese to take the JLPT certificate for your work or to live in Japan, it is necessary to study this language step by step and schedule your learning plan. However, if your purpose to learn Japanese is to be able to watch anime without subtitles,Your learning schedule differs dramatically. Set short-term to long-term goals to stay motivated. To be more specific, for example, you want to pass JLPT N3, and to pass N3 level, it is required to remember about 650 kanji and 3,000 words. So the short-term goal will be to remember 20 to 30 new kanji and words and review them every day. From there, you will learn how to learn and practice to achieve your goals. Write down your goals and put it on somewhere you can see daily to stay motivated. Note that setting your goals should be based on the SMART principle, which is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. So when you write your goal, don't forget to define a specific time for your goal. The more specific your goal is, the easier you can get it. Such as now I'm JLPT N3 level, and my goal is to pass JLPT N3 next 6 months. ひらがなとカタカナを学ぶ。Learn Hiragana and Katakana.Japanese writing system includes 3 alphabets called Hiragana, Katakana, and Kanji. Start learning with Hiragana and Katakana. Because Hiragana and Katakana is a fundamental of reading and writing Japanese because they represent the phonetic sounds of the language. It takes only like 1 to 3 weeks to master this script.And the good way to practice is, for example, put hiragana and katakana chart on the wall you see daily and write characters again and again and make your own flashcard and practice every day. And also, learning kanji is very important, but please don't think like to memorize all kanji before learning vocabulary and grammar.Because there are thousands of kanji characters, even Japanese people, we spend so much time to study kanji, and people don't remember all kanji characters. There are just too many. So I think it's good to start with about 100 basic kanji, which is N5 level, and after that, it's good to move on more complicated kanji characters. 漢字と単語を学ぶLearn kanji and vocabulary. As you can see in this picture, it shows how many kanji and vocabulary you need for each level. The higher your level is, the larger your vocabulary needs to be. For instance, at JLPT N5, you only need to learn around 100 kanji characters, but at N2, you need to know 1000 kanji characters, which is 10 times more.Kanji is challenging not only because of its large number, but also because its complexity. Kanji often has more than two meanings, readings, and also it has stroke order, radicals, etc. So one of the most challenging aspects of Japanese learners when studying kanji is that they don't remember kanji and vocabulary well. People are forgetful creatures. Look at the picture to understand why. According to the research on the forgetting curve by German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus, after we learn something, our brains tend to forget it over time following this curve. So just writing down the kanji and words in a notebook without any review or regular practice is not enough. To ensure long-term retention, we need to transfer the knowledge we have learned to long-term memory by creating appropriate interval between review sessions. So practicing over and over again with flashcards is very effective, but preparing flashcard would take so much time and energy. So to make your learning easier and faster, I recommend you to use an app called MochiKanji Learn Japanese, who is kindly sponsoring this video. Thank you so much MochiKanji App for sponsoring this video. ありがとうございます。MochiKanji Learn Japanese is a language learning app focuses on learning and reviewing kanji and vocabulary. The greatest thing about this app is it using a spaced repetition system, which helps you not to forget what you have learned. When you have just studied, you probably remember most of it, but as time goes by, you forget more and more of what you have studied. So how does this app operate with this technique? The specific timing is called golden time, which notifies you when and what to learn at the right time. It works based on the combination of the spaced repetition method, a special algorithm, and your learning history. Therefore, if you follow MochiKanji's learning path every day at the time it reminds you, you can memorize 1,000 words and kanji in a month. In MochiKanji app, there are so many flashcards with pictures, audio, and example sentences, and not only you can flip and see the meaning, there is a practice part, so it makes easier to memorize. Besides, MochiKanji offers over 6,000 kanji and vocabularies tailored to small bite-sized lessons, which include 5 to 10 words. It also divided into various topics and courses, so you can choose freely what to learn. To learn kanji and vocabulary more effectively and improve your ability to memorize them well, MochiKanji also classifies each word into 5 levels of memorization, from level 1 for just learned words to level 5 for long-term memory. You can check the digital notebook to have an insight into each word level. If there is a word in the example sentence that you don't know the meaning of, you can look it up on JDictionary, a new feature of this app on the website version. By the way, MochiMochi has a community group on Facebook which is called MochiMochi Learn Japanese. You can join to get the newest update, engage in events, and share your learning journey as well. Also, it's really important to enjoy learning, and the interface and sounds of MochiKanji are so kawaii, so you can use this app as if you are playing games when you have spare time. You can download the app on Apple Store, Google Play, or website by searching MochiKanji Learn Japanese. You will find it right away. 教科書を使う Use a textbook. After learning Hiragana and Katakana, start using a textbook and invest time in understanding basic sentence structures and grammar. For beginners, I recommend use Genki 1 or みんなの日本語 textbooks. Both textbooks are suitable for beginners as they cover a lot of grammar and vocabularies and will introduce you to the language to a proficiency level. You can just choose one textbook when you study. Don't need to use several textbooks at once. There are many free lesson videos online, so you actually can learn Japanese by yourself. But especially for beginners, I do recommend to find a Japanese tutor. Once you find your tutor, I recommend you take a lesson regularly, maybe once or twice a week, 45 minutes to 1 hour, and take the same teacher's lesson in the long term. Because your teacher will know your weakness and habit, and that makes you improve faster. And the important thing of taking a private lesson, don't be passive but be active. Tell your teacher that you also want to practice pronunciation and speaking, and ask your teacher that to ask you many questions using new grammar and new vocabularies. Lastly, when you find a difficult part in the textbook and you cannot understand well even if your teacher explained it, don't give up. Don't quit learning Japanese. You can skip that part and you can come back later anytime. So just keep going, keep studying. 日本語に浸る Immerse yourself in the Japanese language. Learning from a textbook is really important, it's necessary, but it's not enough. In your real life, immerse yourself into the Japanese language as much as possible. Instead of watching TV shows or dramas in your language, try to watch Japanese movies, TV shows, anime, or video. Listen Japanese podcast. It's really okay if you still cannot understand everything because the purpose is just to familiarize your ears with Japanese. If you are not sure which TV shows and anime is good to learn Japanese, I previously made a video which is called 5 Good Animes to Learn Japanese, so please check the video too. Instead of reading in your language, try to read in Japanese. Read Japanese comics, books, and articles. For beginners, I recommend to read children's books and a comic about everyday life. And also, when you write a memo, to-do list, or diary, try to write them in Japanese. And if it is possible, it's better to ask your teacher to check your writing. 日本人と日本語で話す Talk with Japanese people in Japanese. I think most people's purpose in learning Japanese is to be able to communicate with Japanese people. To be fluent in Japanese, you actually need to talk with people, so make a Japanese friend and talk to them daily. Depending on the area you live, you may think it's difficult to find a Japanese, but you can search online that if there is a Japanese community in your area, and even if you cannot find it, you can find a language partner online easily. Just you need to be careful a little bit because there are sometimes weird people or some people who are just looking for a girlfriend or boyfriend. So just need to be a little bit smart, but there are so many people who want to exchange language with you. So finding a language partner online is one of the great options to find a Japanese friend. And if it is possible, it's the best you actually come to Japan and talk with local people. When you speak Japanese, you may make a mistake and you may cannot hear what people say and you may feel embarrassed, but don't worry about it. People make mistakes and it's a good sign that you are in the process of becoming fluent in Japanese. People don't care your mistake, so just keep speaking, keep practicing, you will be better really soon. 日本語の試験を受けてみる Take a Japanese language exam. Once you reach a certain level, I recommend you take a language exam like JLPT and J-test. Even if you are studying Japanese as your hobby and you feel you don't need to take the exam, it's good to challenge because you can know your current Japanese level and you can prove your current Japanese level to people. 勉強を楽しみながら続ける。Enjoy learning Japanese and keep going. Lastly, the most important thing about learning language is to be consistent because there is no end to learning language. If you learn step by step, day by day, you will find your Japanese level improving dramatically after a long time. Practice regularly. Even if it's just for a short time, it's okay. You just need to practice every day. And the most important thing is to enjoy your learning process. For example, you can experience a lesson on MochiKanji App, or you can watch a short Japanese anime before going to bed. Anyway, you can apply any kind of methods that you think really effective and works for you. It's really important to enjoy learning and keep studying. Alright, so that's all for today. 今日はこれで終わります。Before we wrap up, let me summarize today's video. 8 steps to learn Japanese from zero. Step 1. 目標を決める。Set clear goals. Step 2. ひらがな、カタカナを学ぶ。Learn ひらがな and カタカナ。Step 3. 漢字と単語を学ぶ。Learn 漢字 and vocabulary. Step 4. 教科書を使う。Use a textbook. Step 5. 普段の生活の中で日本語に浸る。Immerse yourself in the Japanese language. Step 6. 日本人と日本語で話してみる。Talk with Japanese people. Step 7. 日本語の試験を受けてみる。Take Japanese language exam and challenge your Japanese skills. Step 8. 勉強を楽しみながら続ける。Be consistent. Enjoy learning Japanese. Alright, I really hope you learned something from this video, and if you enjoy it, please give me thumbs up. If you got any comments or questions, please leave it down below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, or if you haven't followed me on Instagram, you are more than welcome to do that. And if you want to learn Japanese more with me, then please join my membership. In the membership, there are homework and you can download study materials, so I'm sure it will help you to learn Japanese. I will attach the link in the description box. Alright, so thank you very much for watching the video and hope to see you guys again soon. 最後まで見てくれてありがとうございます。また次のビデオで会いましょう。バイバーイ。